Hello once again, my dear fellow groaners. Here we find ourselves dipping our toes into the waters of the groan zone once again for episode 39. Before we crack on with the show, did anyone figure out the anagram answer? Nope, even I didn't figure it out. I did not have a clue. The next one will be popping up after the pod and will be available on Facebook and Discord. The answers for last week's have already been given on Facebook and Discord. Anyway, on with the show now. Straight into my groans. Groan 1. When you check the weather and go out without a coat, you return home hours later looking like you went swimming fully dressed. That was me in the downpour earlier in the week. Groan number 2. When takeaway apps don't let you make changes to food that you order. Sorry, your burger looks fabulous, but I don't want sauce or mayonnaise on it. Tough tales apparently. Would have to have as is. No thank you. Because as some people know, I hate mayonnaise and burger sauce and that kind of rubbish. Groan 3. When you're typing something up, make a huge mistake and then save by mistake, therefore you're unable to undo the mistake and you have to redo and work around your error. Oh, the amount of times I've done this. Fun. But there we are, the groan bag is now empty again for another week, but moving swiftly on to some creepiness. And yes, audience, I've had my turn for the groans, your turn will come later on. Moving on to, well, that's creepy. So, sharks are both malicious and scary looking, but as if that wasn't bad enough, it turns out sharks may be eating dumped packages of cocaine. This makes them act crazy, and to me, this is totally creepy as their behaviour gets weird. Sharks getting high. In this day and age, that is most certainly creepy. I never thought I would ever read anywhere of sharks getting wrecked on cocaine. What a world we live in. Now we speed along from groans to games. Your first one this week is the 5-point countdown. Going straight on with the clues now. Clue number 5. I can be used on nails, but that is not my only purpose. And while waiting for answers to pop in there, just to say, those playing along after the podcast has been released, pause when you wish, answer when you're ready. Those playing along live, I'll read out the clue again, just waiting for your answers there. Clue number 5, I can be used on nails, but it is not my only purpose. Just see those answers are popping in, yep, answers have been typed there. Okay, someone's popped in a good answer there. Any more? Okay, going on to clue number 4. I come in many varieties and colours, but I'm not applied. Repeating the clue there. Clue number 4. I come in many varieties and colours, but I'm not applied. Oop, people typing there again. Another good answer there. Okay, moving on. Clue number 3. Both men and women and children can use me. Go on at that again. Clue number 3. Both men and women and children can use me. Okay. A brush, that's a good answer. Scissors and brush, good answer, yeah. Clue number 2. I don't always need to be sharp. I don't always need to be sharp. Sounds like me when I first wake up. Any answers popping in there? I would love to know what people think out there when you listen to the podcast when I give off some of these clues. I'd love to know. And lastly, clue number 1. It is best not to run with me. It is best not to run with me. Okay. There we go. All answers in. Answers will come after Hero of the Week. But anyway, now comes your turn, dear groaners, with the audience groan. This week's audience groan comes from Quentin H of Sydney via Discord private message. And he groans, people who put their bags on a chair, on a bus especially, in huge capital letters, and then do not move them, no matter their gender or age. I concur, Quentin, yet I always move my bag if there are no other seats on the bus. Good groan, and I feel some unluckiness coming towards us. However, first, If you've got any groans that you want to share, if you want to send in feedback, if you want to have an unlucky story, send in some creepiness, or nominate a hero or zero of the week, there are a few ways you can do it. You can come on the Discord channel, which is the Groan Zone podcast, or just the Groan Zone. Yeah, it is the Groan Zone. I've done this for how long, and I've got the name wrong. It's the Groan Zone. Just the Groan Zone. You can go on the Facebook group, which is the Groan Zone podcast. You can drop an email off to the groanzonepod@gmail.com. And lastly, you can contact myself via Facebook Messenger on Mr. E. Groaner. And everything will be welcomed, not just groans. But keep it clean. But anyway, back to the unluckiness with Ohhh Unlucky. This week's Ohhh Unlucky goes out to Violet Jessup. Who was she? People ask. I'll tell you. She worked as an ocean liner stewardess and nurse in the early 20th century. And the reason why she's unlucky is she is most well known for having survived the sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912 and her sister ship, the HMS Britannic, in 1916. She was also on board the eldest of the three sister ships, the RMS Olympic, when it collided into the British warship HMS Hawke in 1911. So she was lucky enough to survive all three incidents, but also unlucky enough to be on board three ships that ended up in serious accidents. Wow, to survive all three of them? Definitely lucky. Wow. And now we move on to mythical or legendary. All you do in this game is simply pick out if the legend has any truth behind it, making it legendary, or is it a load of bunk, making it mythical. Here we go. Round 1. Colonel Buck's recurring tombstone stain. People passing a tomb of this former Justice of Peace, pointing out there's a leg-shaped stain present on his tomb. Now, this is after cleaning several times. They clean his tomb several times, well, tombstone several times a day. Apparently, the Colonel ordered the death of a young woman accused of practicing witchcraft. During her execution, her leg rolled out of the fire, and as this happened, when she burned, she put a curse on Buck's final resting place in Bucksport, Maine. To this day, the tomb is repeatedly cleaned several times a day, like I said, but the stain always comes back and returns in the same position, the same place. Now, is that mythical or is it legendary? We have a legendary in there. Anyone else popping up with anything else? Anyone coming on there? Oh, yep, some more answers coming in. Mythical. Ooh, we have a room split. Seems one room's siding with legendary and the others are going with mythical. Alright then. Answer to that will come later on. Round number 2. Coca-Cola and teeth. So this one falls to science. But apparently, if you soak a tooth in Coca-Cola, the acid present in the drink can in fact dissolve the enamel of the tooth and then eventually the tooth itself. Is that mythical or legendary? Oh, you have legends coming in there. Anyone going for myth? Oh, we have legendary. Okay, no split this time. Alright. As stated, answers will come after the show. After the show? After Heroes of the Week. Yay, first error of the day. Get in. Hero of the Week time. This one goes out to the group of people and driver of a National Express coach who helped a mother who went into labour on the journey. National Express even rang the new mother to check on her and how the baby was. On a side note, when the little one asks his mum when he grows up where he was born, that might be a story in itself. Well done and congratulations to everyone who took part in delivering the baby safely. And now for the game answers. I believe someone popped straight in there with scissors on 5 points. So they get 5 points for scissors. Straight in there at 5. That has never happened before during the course of doing the 5-point countdown. Someone got 5 points. And they wrote I made history on the Discord channel. Yep, you've made podcast history. Well done. Either that or I made it too damn easy. I'll just say I made history. Okay. And mythical or legendary. So anyone who said Colonel Buck's recurring tombstone stain urban legend was legendary. It's actually true. And this took place in Maine. They can't explain why the leg-shaped stain keeps coming back, even after they've cleaned it. I don't believe in witchcraft and all that, but there's some serious creepy stuff going on there when the leg-shaped stain keeps coming back in the same place. Yeah, there's someone put it in the group there. Yeah, I would not mess with witches, definitely not. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't want to piss a witch off. No, definitely not. No, no, no. And now, round number 2, Coca-Cola and teeth. Whilst there is edible acid and other ingredients in Coca-Cola, there is no truth behind that legend. Teeth can't be dissolved by Coca-Cola. I don't care what Lisa Simpson says on The Simpsons. No, it's apparently false. That and the fact I don't want to be sued by Coca-Cola for saying it rots teeth. So no, honestly though, there's no truth behind it. It's definitely a myth. But that brings us to the end of another episode of our journey into the Groan Zone. Once this episode has been pushed out there in all the areas it can be, the next anagram for anagram anxiety will be released. Take care everyone, keep on groaning, and I'll see you later. Take care.